And we're back for part 2 of this modification and repair of this old 1990s Radio Shack video cassette rewinder. And I'm going to make this video short because no one really cares about it. I went traveling for 3 weeks and then got COVID for another week and a half, and I'm just now feeling good and getting back to it. But while I was doing all that stuff, I ordered a bunch of new belts. And if you'll remember from the last video, which you're going to need to watch to understand any of this, the problem was getting enough oomph when either one of these reels stops because it's gotten to the end of the tape to make this crawl to the left or right and open the latch like this. And before, I had tried, I think it was a 125 millimeter belt and a 119 millimeter square belt. I think this is a 2 millimeter square belt. And we couldn't get enough oomph, so I thought maybe if I ordered a smaller belt, I'd get enough torque to actually swing this thing and make the latch open. And so now I have put a 113 in here, which was the next size down I could get, and check this out. So when this gets to the end, it stops. See it? And it opens the latch. It really opens the latch good. And let's do the other side, other direction. So it's going this way. So the 113 belt made a lot of difference. I don't think I'm going to go smaller. I was definitely too loose before. And then the other thing I had to do was I put rubber renew, which you saw in the last video. Let me grab this. It's nasty, stinky stuff from MG Chemicals. I have the focus locked. I hope you can see that. So you put this stuff on and let it soak in, and that made these more grippy because that turned out to be kind of a problem. This side was working good, this side not so much. But now I think if I put this together, when it gets to the end of the tape, it will release the latch, and the springs, which we talked about in the other video, will lift the cassette and it'll automatically eject as it did when it was new. I may put a little goop under here now because I did take out all the lubrication because I wanted to, you know, get it working without any lube. And there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to stay away from it. So I'm encouraged. I'm going to relubricate the hinges with the damping grease we talked about in the last video, and I'll put the whole thing together and we'll see if it'll eject a videotape when it gets to the end now. So I thought I had recorded some great time-lapse of me putting the damping grease on the hinges and putting it all together, but it turned out the camera wasn't running, and by the time I turned it on, I was putting the case together, which was straightforward except snapping this cover back onto the top. There's 2 latches here and here. Turned out to be surprisingly hard, so I wound up sticking this piece of plastic bar in here so I could push down on this with really force that seemed like it was going to break it, but that was the only way to snap this thing on. But it's on now, and it's the moment of truth, and we can see how we have done here. So I have a... Okay, so that's good. It ejected right away because I had it on rewind and it's already rewound. So we have to pick our direction first. And now this is going to take a few minutes here I should reset my counter. This is going to take a few minutes here to get to the other end, so I'll skip forward. And that's exactly what it's supposed to do. So it's ejecting again for the first time in probably 20 years. Now we will go backwards. So let me set my direction and start this. And I have my little LED that's looking pretty good. There we go. Perfecto. Anyway, that's it. Thanks to the 60 or so of you who watched the first part of this, slogged through it, and, you know, the 20 who are going to watch part 2. I'll try to do something interesting and more interesting to more people next time. But there you go. 1990s Radio Shack tape rewinders, a pinnacle of technology. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.